Why doesn't he love me back? Why is it that I love him more than he loves me? Why is it that I care more about him than he cares more about me? These are the type of questions that many women who are in unreciprocated or one sided love find themselves asking. And it's also the type of dynamic that I found myself in. Before I met my husband, I saw myself in relationships where I was always the one who is initiating, who is the one taking care of the man, who is planning ahead for dates, who puts more effort in the relationships, more effort in the action, more efforts in the dates, the one who is thinking more, the one who is doing more. And I found myself feeling unreciprocated, feeling not quite loved in the way that I wanted to be. And in this video, I want to share with you what has helped me, what has transformed my love life, and also in the lives of the women who have come into my work. Shifting from unreciprocated into peaceful, healthy love, where you feel your needs and your desires met. You feel fulfilled in your heart. And we're going to be talking about the shift, the most important shift that is needed to happen. And before we talk about it, the common mistake that I see many women, including myself in the past, when it comes to relationship, when you find yourself in a pattern, in a relationship where you feel like you're the one putting in effort and he's not giving you back exactly as you want, many of the times what I have seen is that the mistake that women are making is the fact that you are not allowing yourself a space to receive. So, what does that mean? It means that you are the one who is constantly giving. And you may think that you have no choice, right? In order to keep this relationship going, like you have to give, 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 give. But the thing is that when it comes to nurturing, when it comes to blossoming a healthy relationship, it's not just about you giving, it's also about you receiving, you allowing yourself to receive, you letting yourself receive, you feeling safe to receive. But many of the times, most of the time, many women don't feel safe to receive because if you lean back, your part of your mind may be thinking that if you lean back, if you don't put in effort, if you let yourself relax and let him do the work, then you're not going to get anywhere. Or maybe that he's not going to commit, or maybe the fact that the relationship will not move forward. So you feel that you need to be constantly giving, giving, giving. You need to be efforting, efforting, efforting in order to move the needle forward, move the relationship forward. And you feel that receiving, letting yourself receive, letting yourself lean back, letting yourself not do the work is unsafe. Your nervous system, your body believes that it is unsafe. You think that in order to keep love going, you need to be giving it 24/7 in your mind, in your heart. You need to be like constantly thinking about it. You need to be constantly figuring out what the next step, what is it, what the next date is going to be, what the next plan is going to be. And the truth is that when you don't feel reciprocated in a relationship, you're not a victim to it. You're not at the mercy of how someone treats you. But the thing is that we are allowing it to happen. Because the thing is that a relationship is not just a one way traffic. It's not just when like you are the only one who is putting in effort, you're the only one who is planning, you're the only one who is loving. It's not that. It's a two-way traffic, a reciprocal relationship. And it's, you can think of it in terms of like a dance, right? Whenever you are like dancing, whether that's like salsa dance, right? You're dancing with your partner, you can't just dance. Like, you can't be the only one dancing. You can't be the only one who is taking steps. They need to be the one who is taking steps too. But imagine if you don't let yourself let receive. Instead, you're the only one who is pushing. You're the only one who is initiating, taking the steps. Then the relationship is going to be off balance. And that same way, you can also think that it's almost like a relationship is like a scale, right? But if you're the only one who is giving, who is only the one trying to effort, and who is planning ahead, who is thinking about the future of the relationship, or about him, about everything that you guys are going to do together, whatever that may be. If you're the only one putting in effort, it's like the relationship, the balance, the scale is going to be tipped off to one side. It's not going to be good for either you or him. It doesn't feel loving, right? It doesn't feel healthy. It doesn't feel fulfilling for him either. So know that this is not just about you. Yes, you are putting in the effort, but also for him to feel loved, it doesn't you sh- it doesn't mean that you have to be the one only giving. In fact, loving is not just about like you, one person giving all the time. It's more like this dance, back and forth dance. So the shift in letting yourself go from unreciprocated relationship to harmonious relationship is where you allow the harmony to take place. You allow the dance to take place. You allow that back and forth to take place. And this is going to do multiple shifts, not just in yourself, but also within him. Because for one, whenever you're the only one who is putting in effort, giving in all your effort, giving in all your attention and everything else, then he doesn't have the space to also offer to the relationship. And what happens is that in a man's mind, it's almost like he thinks that you are okay with it. He thinks that it's you are fine with the fact that he's not putting in as much effort. So it's almost like you're conditioning him or training him into thinking that a relationship where he does very minimally is okay. So if you decide to move forward, and even if he's still up for a relationship, then the future of the relationship, it will always feel one-sided, right? You putting in more effort is not going to change it. And also, whenever a woman is putting in more effort, doing all the work, a man or your partner can feel your clingy, or your sense of like pressure, your sense of like, I need to make this happen, I need to be in a rush, like we need to get into this relationship fast, or we need to make this work, right? It's like almost like there's if you imagine that your partner is a butterfly, it's almost like the hand is like grabbing him, right? It's there is this energy of a repelling. When someone is like trying to grab onto you, it it doesn't make you want to grab them too, right? So the same thing, it's the shift in here is to understand that a relationship is not just about you giving. It's not just about you grabbing, you moving forward. Especially as a woman, it's also about letting yourself receive. This is why we call this feminine receivership. This is about the practice of receiving. And receiving doesn't mean that you are waiting, right? Receiving doesn't mean that you're leaning yourself back, but in the back of your mind, you're like, oh my God, when is he going to make the next move? Like, he better make the right move, or else I'm going to throw a fit. When is he going to text me? When is he going to do this, right? Again, there is still for some of the pressure, even if you are not actively action wise doing the effort. if your mind is constantly thinking about him, constantly fixating on him, constantly ruminating on him, he can feel that energy, that rush, that pressure too. And that is a repelling force, right? It doesn't inspire someone to initiate and return, like give back to. So it's about learning yourself to receive. So receiving from a place of relaxation, receiving from a place of trust, receiving from the place of I have my needs met, even when he is not the one who's giving, right? You can receive. It means allowing yourself to receive from yourself, from God, from the divine, from the life, from universe, letting yourself receive in so many ways, even when he is not the one who is giving. And in fact, when you are letting yourself receive, you're also inspiring him to give more, right? Because who wouldn't want to give to someone who is grateful? Similar to that, like who wouldn't want to give to someone who is like just feeling like, wow, life gives to me. I am supported, I am provided, right? A person who is grateful, who lets themselves receive, a person who sees themselves that life is giving to them, it's magnetic. It's a magnetic force for them to also give that love to you. It inspires them to take the lead too. So, the shift from unreciprocated relationship into a harmonious, into a balanced relationship is about practicing the art of receiving. Because when you are receiving, you are fulfilled, you are full, and it also inspires the person, your partner, to also show up in a way that also makes them feel full, right? Makes them feel fulfilled. Because the truth is that giving is the same as receiving. When they are giving from the place of love, giving from the place of like generosity and overflow, like that type of overflow energy, it's also the same as you receiving. Like it's also they get to receive too. They get to feel love too by them giving that love to you. So the truth is to realize that when you are letting yourself receive, you are letting them receive too, because giving and receiving is one. And we want to feel safe in doing both.